Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I am going to be talking about Aquarius and love. And yes, it does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Well, first thing, people, is to get Aquarius and love, and I should say Aquarius and love. It's really about understanding Aquarius first. Aquarius can be very paradoxical. They are very enigmatic. It's a very interesting sign. As far as being paradoxical, they could be very progressive as far as their views go, but they could be very resistant to change, being a fixed sign. They could be very intractable, surprisingly, despite being very friendly, they could be very set in their ways, and they're not, being a fixed sign, obviously not always the easiest people to get along with, because of the rigidity of the sign, even despite the friendliness. Now, Aquarius, thing about them, and as far as love goes, it's one of the signs that's really not as romantic as the average sign, because Aquarius is really strongly about universal love. They are more strong about love of friends, and really it's more their love is expressed more platonically and through friendship, often more so than through actual relationships. What I think is interesting, that Aquarius is a sign, of course, that's compatible with Gemini or Libra because they are both air signs. But you look at Libra, Libra is very relationship oriented. So even though Aquarius is very compatible with Libra, being of the same element, there still could be some discrepancies, because Aquarius is not, really, the relationships are not as prominent in Aquarius, and especially, I should say, close ones. Friendships maybe, but close relationships generally not. And then you have garrulous Gemini, who can talk a very fast rate, and Aquarius their minds are very strong. Often Aquarius can be very cerebral, but they're often not as talkative, nearly as talkative as Gemini. Aquarius can actually be fairly quiet despite having strong communication ability. So even with them, there's some disparity. So what I'm saying is, Aquarius, even though it's an air sign, it's really this fixity in Aquarius. There's something with them where it's really one of the hardest signs, I think, to find the compatibility with as far as love goes. Aquarius may often choose somebody that might be somebody that might be unusual, have some idiosyncrasies. It might even be something that someone that the family may not approve of. It could be someone that might have a big age disparity as opposed to them. Somebody that might be 20 years older or younger, for example. And it could be, at least on a subconscious level, perhaps an expression of their rebellion. Aquarius is known to be rebellious. They are nonconformists. And it really is no exception in love. Aquarius can choose a conventional lover, but on average, I think more so than the average sign, they may choose somebody that might have something that others really would not quite understand. It wouldn't conform with the norm, so to speak. And what's interesting too, if you look at Aquarius now in a solar or natal chart, Gemini would often fall on the 5th house cusp of romance. And Aquarius may be often attracted to somebody that doesn't necessarily have to be someone younger, but it could be somebody that it may have a youthful countenance or some youthful outlook about him or her. Somebody that could be very cerebral, intellectual, and be able to really connect as far as somebody that's intellectually stimulating. And also keep in mind that in a solar or natal chart, Leo will fall on the 7th house cusp of relationships for Aquarius. So it means that Aquarius can often have dramatic relationships, to say the least. Leo could be compatible with Aquarius, though, at the same time. But even so, given that they're both fixed signs, there still can be some discrepancies there. Now, A thing too about Aquarius now, if Aquarius is at a point where they may like you, say you're in a friendship situation, a platonic relationship with an Aquarius, and you feel okay, you're on the cusp, maybe you're on the threshold of it, if possibly being more than just friends. A possibility it could be, if Aquarius may like you, is this. Understand that Aquarius is generally about their own schedule. They generally have an aversion to regimented schedules or having to be somewhere at a precise time. But if Aquarius is willing to be with you more on a consistent basis, and it's something where you're seeing this person at a similar time day to day, and they're willing to break up perhaps their own erratic schedule to be around you, that could be a possibility right there. Keep in mind that Aquarius, okay, they can be very spontaneous and unpredictable. And if Aquarius actually comes out and tells you, confesses some feelings toward you about maybe liking you more than just a friend, that maybe on a romantic level, then there's a good chance that could be veracious and true, because Aquarius generally, it's not a sign that you associate with strong emotions and feelings. It's not like they're completely callous or undemonstrative, but they're more of a mental temperament. They're more cerebral. And if Aquarius comes out and actually says that he or she likes you more than a friend and is an interest in you and possibly dating and has strong feelings toward you, then that could be a strong possibility that it would actually be true, and you may have won the Aquarius heart over. So those are some things to look at, and as far as that goes. And keep in mind that Aquarius is very progressive and futuristic, and if Aquarius is asking you, inquiring with you regarding, say, your own, what are your aspirations? What do you want to become? What do you plan on doing later on in your life? Well, that could be an indicator right there as well, if they're showing that strong interest in what you, taking more of a personal interest in you as far as the future goes with you. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for Aquarius and love, and stay tuned next time where I'll be talking about Pisces and love. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel, but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.